Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Crusader Kings 2 as the Zunbil Shaddam. In the last episode we took a county off of our neighbours over here. We actually split his realm in half, so he has two separate counties now, which sucks for him, but is pretty good for us. We do have something we need to deal with. We have a tiny faction here with this one guy in it. He's pretty much only upset about his levies being raised, which, to be fair, we have been doing quite a lot. So let's see, we should have some honorary titles available. We'll make him champion, and I think we can also declare him a venerable elder. 4 of those available, so we could be handing those out a little more generously, I suppose. So that gets him up to 60. We'll see if that gets him out of his faction. Apparently not. That wasn't the guy that just died, was it? No, okay. So we've been sent a preacher from the Abbasids. Of course he's going to go straight into the dungeons and then straight out again for a ransom. And I think for our next war we do want to press the claim over here, this duchy. We have a claimant available in our realm somewhere, I think, or in our court even. This guy who is not just a claimant, but also of the correct religion and culture, which is fantastic. So we'd definitely like to press his claim. Unfortunately, it's a weak claim, and there is an adult male in charge of the duchy currently, so we can't press it just yet. Let's set him a special interest so we don't lose track of him. So if at all possible, we'd like to kill the current holder. I think we'll be able to press it against a female ruler as well, so a single merger over here will give us the opportunity we need. And we do have a decent amount of money. I would prefer not to throw it away on bribes here, but I will if it will get us to 100. Seems like we will get to 72, 90%-ish. So, probably not happening right now. So I think we'll avoid declaring any other wars on Carcosa, even though we could get our third holy site from them in a conquest war, and they're probably still relatively weak compared to us. They haven't gained any new scary allies, I think, in the meantime either. There's also an argument to be made for staying at peace for a little while, to allow our vassals to calm down a bit, which I think I will probably do, at least for a few months. Can't really afford to stay at peace too long, we need to keep expanding. Still border the Abbasids, who are weaker than they were at the start of the game, but still fairly scary. So I think we're kind of reaching a tipping point here where we have a decently sized levy available, 6,000 or so, which should be enough to put down religious revolts without raising mercenaries, which is a good place to be. We've been spending a lot of money on that for the start of this series. We have fulfilled our ambition to amass wealth, which is very nice. I guess we have the ambition to get married. I don't really want to have any more children at this point because we're probably going to die soon, and I don't want to end up with a 0-year-old child on the throne. So if there's somebody who is too old to have children, probably too old to have children, we'll lose 100 prestige, but I think that's acceptable. And now there are no more worlds to conquer, at least in terms of our ambitions. Plenty more land to conquer, of course. Just keep an eye on this plot in case any more potentially bribable people show up. Seems unlikely, though. How likely are you to die in the near future? He is stressed. Oh, it's not the Maharaja we're looking at, of course, it's this guy. He has no health traits, unfortunately. In fact, he has positive health from having a hunting focus. Well, we can always just hope for some kind of hunting accident. Otherwise, though, I guess we're going to have to turn our sights elsewhere for the moment. There is this single county down here, which I'm a little scared of because of her possibility to raise large holy orders, as we saw when our vassal tried to conquer her. Karen is having a Mazdaki uprising, which looks to be pretty strong. 7,500, and he only has 3,000 troops of his own. So, good luck with that. We probably don't want to attack him because of all those troops in there. This guy has only about 2,000 troops, and he has a few allies. Istan down here, for example, who we're not too scared of since we beat them in a previous war. Karen we're not scared of for reasons previously mentioned. This guy, I think, is... This guy might be a slight problem. He's only got 1,000, though. We actually have a border with him now as well, so we could potentially attack him. Or we could just attack Sistan directly. We know his friend in Kerman has just suffered a major setback, so he's probably not going to be a problem. Khorasan, that is these guys up here, of course. I suppose it'll depend on which county is the best for us. This is a 3-holding county. This is a pretty good county, though. We aren't really going to be able to afford to build anything in there, so it's effectively the same as this one. This is a 4-holding county, so that could be pretty good. So is this one. This one would probably make our name look bigger on the map if we took it, so that's a possibility there. I think if we're going to take something from him, we'll take his capital. Although taking this one would give us a border with another leader. He is of the same dynasty as the Abbasids, though, which means he's going to have permanently strong allies. But that's not really a point in his favor. Alright, I think we'll take this county. Most of our vassals are still pretty unhappy about things, but we no longer have a faction, so that's something. I think we can pretty easily afford to declare this war, so let's do it. We should hopefully be able to finish it pretty quickly as well. And... oh, my wife died of poor health already. Well, I'm going to take the ambition to get married just to get rid of the pop-up, but not actually get married. Alright, we had a grandson born to our other son, the strong one, who is quick. Really wish we could somehow get him to be our heir. I guess we can... well, we can't actually appoint our son, our heir, to lead battles and hope he dies that way, though he is incidentally leading troops anyway. We could probably actually, now that we are a kingdom, raise our crown authority and be able to appoint troops, or appoint army leaders. Though... is it wise to annoy our vassals by changing our crown laws? Perhaps not. He has called in this guy down here. He's called in Karen, who of course have bigger fish to fry than us. And Persepolis has also been called in with their 1,000 or so troops. Nothing we can't handle though, I think. Seems like he is pretty keen on using this county here, which is desert. I'm totally fine with that. We can attack him with no terrain penalties. righteous imprisonment against one of our chiefs. Probably won't do that. He provided me with proof that the chief of Kohistan has been viciously slandering me. He seems pretty happy. Just keep it to ourselves. We'll wait for our army to get together, which it almost is. And we should have no problems winning this battle, and then we'll siege our target county and hopefully get to 100 war score in pretty short order. He is retreating over this way, so we'll follow for one more battle and then head to our war goal. Which incidentally is also his capital, so I guess there's a chance we could capture him personally in the siege. This is our grandson and heir, I think. So, not our direct heir, but our eventual heir. We'll try to educate him ourselves, so he can be as good as he can be. Oh, and Karen actually has sent an army. I think you really should be focusing on your own problems, but don't let me tell you how to run your country. You discovered a plot where Chief seeks to fabricate a claim on my satrapy. Well, he is pretty displeased with me, mostly because of raised levies. He desires the satrapy since we hold it and he is in there. We could potentially give it away, but we also have a county in there, so I don't want to. He is willing to end the plot if we just ask him, though, so this is going to be fine. I caught my grandson lying to me again, straight to my face. I guess we can have him become deceitful or wrath. I don't really want him to lose diplomacy, but he's going to either way. We'll see. He's deceitful. Not a big deal. Probably. Okay, these religious rebels are not bothering me, so that's fine. Son asked me for a fief of his own. He is not ready. Is this being sieged by the rebels as well already? Yeah, it is. Okay. Probably going to have a change of government over there, which is actually pretty good news because that will mean that the new ruler probably won't have any allies. Will be ripe for conquest. The new grandson. How is our faction? 91, you should not be in a faction, come on now. How about if I name you a venerable elder? What are you annoyed about? We just raise levies on the fact that I'm a lunatic? No honorary titles that we can give you. 43 gold is kind of expensive for only 17 opinions, so we'll probably just ignore her. And what I actually wanted to check on was the progress of our plot, which actually is up over 100% now, which is great. he has gotten married, but even if he does have a child, there'll still be a regency in power over there. And here it goes. We've received word from our co-conspirator that the bowmen are in place. We will definitely approve the plan. You provided me with proof that this chiefess has been viciously slandering me. This isn't the one that is in the faction. No. Definitely shouldn't be in this faction at 100%. Come on now. We'll just keep that to ourselves then. And we did have a change of government over here. Indeed, no allies. He has 4,000 troops though, if he gets to keep his event troops. Success, he was caught in a deadly arrow crossfire. One less threat to the establishment. So once this war is over with, we can probably go ahead and press our claim over there. And actually, rather than giving him a county from our domain, we can potentially give him this county, which is kind of messy since he'll end up with this duchy and also a random county over here, but I don't really want to give up a domain county even temporarily, since our domain troops make up the majority of our levies, and it makes us significantly weaker. Maybe we had another grandson born. In fact, if there's a lower castle holding here, I could just give that to him. So he'll end up with a random barony over here, which is, I guess, less of a big deal, but also kind of messy. I think that will be our best bet, though. Well, it might not be, but it's what I'm going to do. So a couple more sieges to do here, and we'll have the ticking war score in our favor. And in fact, the Maharaja of Punjab, aka Karkota, has declared war on me. Interesting. He doesn't seem to be that strong. Has he gotten himself a powerful ally? Nope, still the same allies as ever. Seems like a weird decision. Alright, well, we'll have to go and deal with him. That's going to delay our own offensive war against him a little bit. Marshall told me about his ideas. I couldn't really understand what he was talking about, but he was adamant in his belief that this would improve the military. We'll adopt his ideas. Really don't know why he would declare war on me. We will throw this preacher into our dungeons. Are we getting war score from this character? We're not, okay. Ransom her and the preacher. My grandson is a charitable little rascal. He just gave his newest toy to the smith's son. We can have him become charitable, which is okay with me. Counteract the diplomacy loss from being deceitful. You claim you would be a better Grand Vizier. I guess you would be. Either you were landed, so I guess I don't care too much about your opinion. So let's see. Our faction went away, so that's good. We probably should still work on some vassal opinions. Oh, of course, we are subject to a defensive war, so we have a substantial opinion penalty because of that, so no faction or opinion problems. We'll just keep this to ourselves, I suppose. Still only about 5,000 troops. Meanwhile, we can probably raise another couple of thousand in addition to what we have, so we should be fine. Again, thanks to the opinion bonus. Let's get our grandson educated with somebody for the opinion bonus, speaking of. Hey, we have the whole target county sieged. We can... Let's see, can we safely leave this alone and assume he won't be able to siege it back? Unless he re-raises some troops. Maybe we'll just go fight his army. We're not going to catch. Okay, I think we'll just go and try and fight his army now without raising any additional troops and going through the whole process of gathering everything together and everything. It's going to take a long time. We can get there with still enough numbers to beat him and probably get there before he finishes sieging and attack him in favorable terrain in the desert here. At least that's the plan. We'll see if it works, but it's going to have to wait for the next episode because we're out of time here. So thanks for watching, and join me again next time.